Bonsoir. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM, and that's all the French I know. Tonight's theme, Parisian painters. Previously on this week's episode of The Essentials, director Brad Bird joined me to present An American in Paris with Gene Kelly as the Parisian artist. Though he wasn't Parisian, he was an American in Paris. Up next, released the next year, 1952, John Huston directs José Ferrer as Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec in Moulin Rouge. I guess I know Moulin Rouge, too. It's French for Red Moulin. Toulouse-Lautrec's vibrant, colorful, and moving portraits of Parisians in the bohemian subculture of 19th century France made him a leading figure of the post-impressionist period, along with Cézanne, Van Gogh, and Gauguin. Just for the record, I'm not that smart. I made some calls for that information. As is the curse of many great artists, Toulouse-Lautrec's fame came after his death in 1901. He died young, just 36, though his life did not lack for drama, much of it tragic. He had an aristocratic, absentee father who partially disinherited him. He was born with a genetic bone disease. He broke the femur bone in his right leg at 13 and the left at 14, stunting his growth. He lived and reveled in the underbelly of Paris's bohemian neighborhoods, which inspired the bulk of his paintings, and he was extraordinarily prolific, and he lived hard and drank recklessly. José Ferrer had played a Frenchman before, played him well in Cyrano de Bergerac, which won Ferrer the Best Actor Oscar. This part came to him from a conversation with another movie star. Just the way this story starts makes you love classic Hollywood. José Ferrer was chatting with Hedy Lamarr one day at the Beverly Hills Hotel when she gave him a copy of Pierre Lemure's Moulin Rouge about Toulouse-Lautrec, and she urged him to read it. Ferrer is immediately drawn in, and he asks Lamarr to set up a meeting with Lemure, which she does. Fast forward a couple of months, and Ferrer gets a call from John Huston. Huston asks him if he's heard of the book Moulin Rouge. Huston wants to buy the screen rights and make a movie of it. Ferrer says, "That's swell, John. You might as well talk to me about the rights." Ferrer had secured those rights after his meeting with Lemure. Ferrer was tall. In the Mankiewicz view of the world, he was 5'10". Toulouse-Lautrec was under 5 feet. Ferrer had himself fitted with a pair of short artificial legs which were strapped to his knees. His own lower legs stuck out the back, and Huston and cinematographer Oswald Morris kept them out of view of the camera. The work was painful, as you could imagine, but it paid off, as you're about to see. From 1952, shot in France, also with Colette Marchand and Zsa Zsa Gabor, Moulin Rouge. When José Ferrer won the Best Actor Oscar for Cyrano de Bergerac from 1950, he became the first Puerto Rican-born performer to win an Oscar. 3 times Ferrer earned Oscar nominations, all 3 for playing Frenchmen. Throughout his career, before Hollywood and while he was starring in movies, Ferrer was a force in the theater. In 1943, he played Iago in a Broadway production of Othello starring Paul Robeson. In 1951, he produced and directed Stalag 17, which became a Billy Wilder film in 1953, earning William Holden the Best Actor Academy Award. Variety named Ferrer Best Broadway Producer, Best Director, and Best Actor of 1952. In 1985, President Reagan made Ferrer the first actor to receive the National Medal of the Arts. Coming up, take a walk down Noir Alley with Eddie Muller in a 1946 suspense film. A 1946 film, Suspense.